If you are physically able, please be upstanding and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem after we welcome Team Australia. Now for our national anthems. First, the national anthem of Hong Kong, China. Now the national anthem of Australia.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts, all beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains that let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Best of luck to Hong Kong, China. Best of luck to Australia. Enjoy Game 4 of Day 1.
And big thank you there to Jason Bennett, who has done a fantastic job emceeing today. It is Australia, Hong Kong, China here in Game 4 of the first day of the match play here in the 2025 Australia Pacific Championships for qualifiers. And I'm joined one more time today by Michelle Davies in commentary. Michelle, welcome back.
Thank you, Tony. Great to be back for a twilight game this evening.
It is beautiful. The lights have been switched on. It's just perfect out. So a few nerves either way right now, Michelle.
Yeah, just a couple of little skill errors there.
Score first here, Australia. Just tiptoeing the white paint there is Theodore Quass. Quass puts it top shelf, and Quass gets the first one of the... And Ashton Hiron back in there again. So Hong Kong, China. So Rebecca Lane to bring the ball in. I'm used to seeing her in number 3. Lane.
Yeah, there's a few different numbers out there for this tournament.
There is. So Lane has Mollison for Hong Kong, China was very much like we need to be better than that. We've got to watch those cutters. She was certainly pretty animated. So ball in the centre, Parker now. Picks the Lamb down the back. Presents back to the keeper. Keeper, you.
Great pass.
We see Wang with the ball. Fires, Geordie Watts, good save. And ball comes out the back. So, again, always good to have the first one. There's another one. Big stick save there from Watts. And they're the shots you want to shut down early.
Absolutely.
And that one might be across the head.
Some good defensive pressure from Ashton Hiron to support her goalie there.
Mitchell kicks the ball down there to Mollison. As the ball gets around the back here with Quass. Quass looking to do some work, does get inside, the crash comes. Quass looks inside, Parker. Ball back up to Suarez, Jury looks in, Mollison, fires, and Mollison. That's what she does really well, Nellie Mollison. She takes that ball on that post and she turns and shoots, and that is a shot you will see a lot from Nellie Mollison.
Yeah, it's a trademark cut and great feed from Mim there into Nellie. Her ability to turn and square up to the goal and really put those shots away. She's just so strong and powerful and really reads the play well. Makes great positioning.
Yeah, it's we saw that in the Sixers competition that we had here in Australia back in November, and Nellie was awarded an All-Star for that tournament.
Yeah, an MVP of that tournament.
But she just did that all the time. So
she's really hard to stop if you can feed well to her and give her a chance. But it's the finish that I like, and her ability to be able to square up to the cage just makes her shot so penetrating.
And the funny thing is that was stick side mid as well, but coming from a lefty, the goalie didn't read that. But Parker picks the ball up, kicks it here to
Jess Morrison out there for her first time.
And Jess was subbing on and off yesterday with the when they won into offence. So that's Jess Morrison's first run as a Australian senior as well. So ball up the top. Get down the side, looks inside. Oh, I thought Mollison was going to open up again there for a second. Jess Morrison looks to go down. Oh, good shot there from Jess Morrison. Just put it on the deck and had enough bounce that just beat the keeper. And we'll see here on the replay as Morrison gets around and probably 2 or 3 metre or a metre in front of the keeper, but just enough.
Yeah, absolutely. In great space. Olivia Parker cutting through early. Georgia Latch going across. So, yeah, some really great work off ball to create that lane and gave Jess that opportunity to just drive straight to the cage with a lovely finish.
So Australia 5-0 here with about a minute to go in the first term. And we also have Peter Greenhow here. He's taking stats. He'll be mic'd up later in the week, and he'll bring you all the stats that are happening in all games. He's just taking some for us now, old school style. And he'll come in and have a conversation about those. Ball up the top with Morrison.
Great work at that centre from Sarah Smith, and now just setting up.
Looks inside. Oh, good cut again. Ball to be won on the deck. Is one. Up the top. Mollison looks inside. Great cut again from Jess Morrison. She gets 2 in a row. And 8 seconds left on the clock. That will end the scoring here in the first term as the whistle is about to go. And the teams will head to quarter time. Quite a dominant first quarter there for Australia. It is a 6-0 first quarter. And yeah, some really good ball movement. I like Mim Suarez Jury coming out of there. She's working really well with Ashton Hiron.
Yeah, there's a lot of centre possession, which gives you first use of the ball, which has been great. Loving those diagonal cuts back again.
And as Pete Greenhouse gets into the box with us. And he's on board here. Pete, welcome to the Australian Lacrosse Network and welcome to the Asia Pacific Games, mate. You've been sitting there taking some stats for us. Let us know what you've got for the first quarter.
I've got stats galore, mate. Australia dominating the Senate draws here. They've won every single one. Ashton Hiron 3, Olivia Parker 2, Jess Morrison with 1 at the end there. Goal scorers has been a bit of a not a free-for-all, but a nice a few assisted goals there. Quas got the first goal of the game, followed by Latch, assisted by Lane. Quas again with another unassisted goal from a free space shot. Mollison got a nice goal. She was free in the crease, fed by Suarez. And then Jess Morrison got those two right at the end. And she's come on. She hasn't played a lot of game time, I don't think, Tony, but you know, she's come out firing.
Well, she came out with that last little, probably last couple of minutes, didn't she? And she wanted to make a mark when she got out there. So has done really well. Any other stats to speak of?
Yeah, look, mate, the goalies are 2 apiece. Geordie got a couple. Jordan Watts down the end there. Hasn't seen a lot of the ball, but made 2 really good saves, really close to each other. And the goalie for Hong Kong China, Sally Yu, actually 3 saves I've got for her. Apologies, but yeah, you know she's really kept them in the game. I mean, the score is one-sided at the moment, but she's playing really well.
Fantastic, and it's great to have Pete on board with all the stats for the first quarter, and we'll catch up with Pete at half-time as he just is a marvel and doesn't miss anything, does Peter Greenhout. So great to have him on board for the feed, and we hope you enjoy that live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network as Australia will come back into the centre here. And we have Maya Wang in for Hong Kong China. And Ashton Hiron with the centre draw.
She's dominated in there and given Australia great work, first use of the ball. So.
And we are back into the centre. About to start this, and we're going to have a reface there, or a re-centre draw. Shouldn't call it a face. Commentate too many men's games as well.
Too many men's games, Tony.
Yep. So, the ball back in the centre. Wang up against Hiron. And ball comes out. Suarez Jury forming a bit of a connection there, and that's going to be a pre-check. So that is going to go to Wang, and she will bring the ball down into the offensive end, hopefully for Hong Kong China. And just Mim Suarez Jury just having to be set by her side, and Mim Suarez Jury just one across the stomach there. And dispossessed the ball really well.
It was a nice check, just pushed her stick back in. So that competitive beast comes out.
And she's going to chase her down again here. Under massive pressure as the ball comes out there to Cherry Hon. Hon passes the ball over there to He Hoi. And wears a flag for that. So Hong Kong China have the ball down in their offensive end and have just taken it there through Winnie Lamb. Winnie Lamb has the ball, has hooked out wide here. Kicks the ball over to Sarah Chang. Chang looking to set a little 2-man game. That might have been a moving pick.
They were hot on those early, but let these go.
And good defence there. Hong Kong China looking to press in on the cage. Looks up. Just dispossessed the ball and back we come. And the ball comes down. Hits Quas. Quas looks to go right and left. And that one's come off the helmet potentially of the player. Oh, just about stepped out. Kept in well. So an opportunity here for Hong Kong China. There are numbers behind, and Ashton Hiron, she will hound you very, very well. Good job there, though.
Great job by Ashton. Just a delay. Jade Mangan came to support, and now they're evening back up.
Steffi Z had to have her wits about her then with Hiron and Mangan looking to get an opportunity here for Hong Kong, China. Okay, Hugh has ball up the top here with Livia Lee. Livia Lee looks to try and get in. Really good defence there from Hiron. Quite an aggressive defender too is Ashton Hiron. So as the ball comes down, but good to see Hong Kong, China with a bit of offence here. Looks
Nice switch there. Abby and Jade.
Mangan hounding her opponent. Ball on the outer side.
Great work by Beck Lane there, cutting that option out.
Livia Lee with the ball. Kicks it over there to Hugh. Little fake. Great defence here. Ball.
Great work by Abby Thorne there. Great defensive pressure.
It's over to Sarah Chang. Sarah Chang comes around, pops it out, and that will be a Hong Kong China ball, even though Watts got out the cage to try and chase it down. So Sarah Chang has the ball, left hand behind the cage, looking for an option. She finds that option there. Hugh fires the ball back down. That ball's hit the ground. Looks up. Mangan has the ball. And she'll kick it to Lane. Lane looks up the top, finds Suarez Jury. Suarez Jury, here's a running race. She's about put 2 metres on her opponent and gets away very easily out of the, when she puts the motors down. But that's going to turn over and it's coming back the other way. Ball to be won. Ball kicked out. That's come off a red stick. And no, deemed to come off a Australian stick there. So Hong Kong China will pick the ball up and bring it in. Nice little back turn there from Mia Wang. So Maya Wang, she's running into plenty of yellow shirts though. And decides the best thing to do is to pull it out.
Good decision there. She was well and truly outnumbered by the Aussies getting back into defensive position.
So little flip. Ball comes over there to Vanessa Yu. Yu gets inside, but a yellow card is going to be assessed here, is it? And that is going to Olivia Parker.
Just reaching a little on that first one. The second trail check was great, but the first one was just a little bit off balance.
So Vanessa Yu with an opportunity here for Hong Kong China. As players set. Looks inside. Ball down the back. Good back up. Fires. Oh, great save there from Watts. And that is a huge save. And it came out the back. Looked like it was going over and just clamped it down.
Great work by Jordan there.
As Latch gets the ball and brings the ball into offense. So Latch runs past her. She's got 4 defenders there and gets a big push. And Georgia Latch says, rubbing is racing. And I'll just take the ball from this spot here, thanks. So they're in a man down opportunity here. Quas won't mind that. She'll just run them out, and she might even get, well, I was going to say, she wasn't far on trying to get into that offense. And there's another big push.
Chelsea Gilbert there coming on and having an immediate presence.
So Gilbert, another one of those first-time Aussie
senior players.
Mim Suarez Jury. Ball up to Latch. Latch, she won't mind a bit of pressure. And Mim Suarez, well, she says, let's have a running race. And there is my running race. My running race says I'm going to step inside here and get free space. So it's amazing what pace can do.
Yeah, they were pushing out there, but a little bit too wide, and Mim was able to just drive round.
So still a 0 all quarter here. We've had 7 minutes now expire in it, and the clock can't be far, but Mim Suarez Jury pops that one down by the foot of the keeper, and Hong Kong China, having changed their keeper, Tan Liu, is inside, and goal counts. All clear. So, yeah, Hong Kong China changing their goalie at the first break.
Non-stick side, which is nice to see.
Well,
Good finish.
we talked about that, didn't we? And I'm sure the coaching staff talked about that as well. They would have talked about the fact that if you keep shooting to a stick dominant side, that she's probably going to save more than she misses. And a good finish there. So 7-0 is the score.
We're all even again.
And penalty has expired. That's why Michelle's here. She's all over this out there. And they've got 5 in their defensive end now. So they've decided that you might win the ball, but we're going to shut you down.
You're not getting any fast breaks here.
Well,
Jess Morrison moved into the centre.
yeah, Jess has played a fair bit of centre in her club side. So, ball comes out, ball to be won, and great pick up there from Suarez Jury. She's been very good tonight so far.
Just carrying that ball through the transition. Using her speed, but also, you know, her ability to handle that pressure and the double team.
So, Morrison with the ball. Kicks it. Sarah Smith out there. Looks a fake, fires the ball down the back. Looks inside. Oh, great pass. But didn't quite come off to Morrison. Keeper picks the ball up. So Tan Liu with the ball. Looking for an outlet. Has one to her left and one to her right. Decides not to use the short sticks. And then fires a ball up the centre, and automatic pressure there from the Australian defender, and Mollison just puts immense pressure.
Yeah, great job by Nelly to just hold position and absorb the contact and come away with the turnover.
So Chang with the ball, looking to get into the offensive end, and does just that. And kicks the ball up there to Wang. Hi, Wang. Fire the ball over to you. And you just settling things down a bit. Looking to have an offensive set here. As you gets the ball back. And just playing a bit of passing over there. You with the ball. Looks to get inside, does get inside. Good check. And we're going to have a card here. Oh, I thought that got all stick then. But there's a card coming here for the Australians. And that is going to go to Mim Suarez Jury.
For the first one, first contact.
So they're going to be man down again here, Australia. And they'll want to tighten up on some of those penalties as they go further into the tournament.
Yeah, initially I thought that was Sarah Smith. They were calling that on, who came in to help, but they've called it on the first check.
So ball inside, good check, good trail check, and ball to be won is won. Oh, Smith under immense pressure there. Looks up, fires in. They need to come, as that one's going to come up and over the top. Ball to be won. Ball still to be won. And it is won. Hong Kong China will win the ball. And defence just trying to get organised down there. Obviously they are a man down here. Fires up and over, and that's just throwing the ball away. And I'm sure that's not what the coaching staff would have asked for. They might have liked to see a bit more settled play there so they can set something up in their power play situation.
Yeah, a little bit more patience and composure there. That just turned that ball over a bit too easily. Some good pressure from Hannah Goff on the other side, though, causing that.
So Quas, she picks it up. She has Morrison running inside, and fires the ball down. Finds Hiron. Hiron finds Latch. Morrison already with a couple of goals for the first quarter. Finds Quass. We hope you're enjoying our live coverage here on the Australian Lacrosse Network and through World Lacrosse TV. As Quass steps down, picks it up. Mollison, good save there from the keeper in Tan Lu. Looks up, fires, and only finds Morrison. Morrison gets the ball, runs in and gets a free space call. And
There's no Aussies inside that fan, and there's 4 red shirts as soon as you head in. So no doubt there was a free space call there.
had to be a free space call. So, and Jess Morrison, she loves it. Loves these opportunities. And fires down and brings her teammates in. And Ashton Hiron steps down, tiptoes the white line, and just pops it around the keeper.
She was nice and close there, Ashton, but held the pressure and put that nicely around the keeper once she'd moved her.
And a good look there from Morrison to find her down that bottom corner.
Yeah, just held her pass long enough to really draw the defensive across and give Ashton a little bit more space and time.
And we are all even again in the penalty. Penalty being released. So Ashton Hiron getting her first goal of this evening. And Australia eke out to an 8-0 lead. And then goes back into the centre to do some work. Hiron picks the ball up and runs into her offensive end. Under pressure, though, with Latch with the ball. And I don't know that I would have left those players. Her defender just ran off her to sub. As Hiron picks the ball up. Hiron, she will fire. A good save down low, though, by Tan Lu. And I'm sure the next one that Ashton fires is going up over the shoulder. So, ball here with the keeper, Tan Lu. And looks up, fires, hits her teammate there in Daphne Lee. Lee just drops the ball out the back. Mollison fighting for it. Ball to be won. Parker, she will win that. She's got long legs and will, but just misses her pass. Ball to be kept in here. Down the back corner. Great work from Latch. Latch looks to step in. Looks to fire. Top shelf. Rattle, rattle, rattle goes the cookie jar. And George Latch says, thank you very much. That had some heat. I know it's 27 degrees up here. I think it's about 29 now. What's that? That just had absolute heat on it, did George Latch.
Absolutely, low to high. Golly didn't have much chance on that one.
And that is right on the halftime break. So that's the way, if you're going to go in with momentum, that's exactly what you want to do. And Latch finishes the half with an absolute rip snorter up on the top shelf. And it is a 9-0 half-time lead here for Australia over Hong Kong, China. And the man who's been watching all the action next with us has got some stats for us. Pete, how'd you see that quarter?
Oh, Tony, how good was that end? The finish of that corner.
That was
What a shot.
that was fire. We just said it put the temperature up here, even though it's beautiful in Queensland. It's put it up another couple of degrees.
Unreal. That's what I like to see, though, the round arm shots with the ladies. But, you know, speaking of shots, Tony, one big difference between these two teams, and it's got a lot to do with the amount of possession they've had, but 4 shots to Hong Kong.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17 shots to the Aussies.
Okay, so
Alright, so, you know, And the Aussies are putting them away too. The shot percentage is actually quite high.
Yeah,
so,
9 from 17. That's a reasonable shooting percentage.
So Suarez Jury's got the 1 goal.
Yep.
Theo Quas, 2 goals.
Yep.
Georgia Latch, 2 goals. Nellie Mollison, 1 goal. And Jess Morrison, 2. And Ashton Hiram got that nice little goal at the in that quarter. For Hong Kong, nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Clean.
A couple of yellow cards for both teams.
Yeah, we were talking about them and how they're going to have to tighten up on that as the tournament goes on.
Unforced errors, Tone. 6 to Hong Kong, 1 to Australia.
Okay, so
That's been the difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
and normally those unforced errors, they come back and you score about 1 in every 2. So you've given up 3 goals just there in a 9.
Interesting to see the Hong Kong team and the amount of shooting space calls they've had. It's like they don't know how to stop them, so they just try and slow them down somehow.
It's the style of defence they're playing.
Yeah.
They've got that backer in there, but unfortunately, she's getting caught in free space. So
Yeah, and we talked about that when the ball came down this other end, and there were 4 with Morrison running into the cage, and there was 4 defenders in the fan with no one on them. So those free spaces are certainly around.
They did slow them down, though. They did slow them down, Hong Kong. Only 3 goals in that quarter. But, whether the Aussies now decide to maybe just take the foot off the pedal, maybe try a couple of strategic plays, or maybe they just want to keep all that sort of stuff up their sleeve and play a bit of freelance. It'll be interesting to see how the Aussies come out for the second half.
It will indeed. And the second half is not far away. We thank Pete Greenhout for his input and looking at all those stats. We might have a quick 2-minute break here and we'll be back very soon, live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. And back here at the end of the halftime break, the two teams make it back out onto the field. We've got Australia leading 9-0, and Hiron goes into the middle here up against Wang. We've had a change of goalkeeper down there. Liv Antelov coming in for her first Australian senior game.
It is.
So congratulations to Liv in the cage. And Mim Suarez-Jury basically starting from where she left off, but made that one a little bit more difficult for Nelly to pick it up. Oh, that's needs to be picked up. Wang picks that up. Looks inside. Good bounce shot. Looks up. Has one up the field, but good pressure there from Quas, not allowing her to get out. And that's
fantastic
great
work by
defensive
Theo.
pressure from Quas. Just corralling her to the sideline and stepped on the sideline, and it turns over.
There was nowhere else to go.
So Mangan kicks it up here to Suarez-Jury. And Suarez-Jury will take the ball down into the back left-hand corner for Australia. Ashton Hiron as Mollison set to pick, and she's going to be called for a moving pick there, is she? No, she's going to be... So the Hong Kong...
Yes, it is.
Oh, I was going to
Changed-
say...
changed hands.
I watched the hand signal, and we're going to have a conference here. Sorry, I was watching the hand signals, and it almost looked like it went through the pick high.
Yeah, he called the initial push
Yep,
and ball to Australia, but he's turned it over and called a moving pick.
yep. And to be honest, probably was definitely a moving pick. Just leant into it, and you cannot be anything other than stationary. As someone who may have been a really bad exponent of doing that in my playing days.
Never me, Tony, never.
No. So, ball up to the top. Wang.
That's a nice feed from the goalie there under
Yep,
pressure.
and now she's under pressure again. Ball up. Nice outlet. Kicks it out there to Ping Suen. Back to Wang. Wang doing a power of work for this Hong Kong China team and manages to win it herself.
Great work by Abby Thorne.
Oh, a little flip there, and Mangan was very much on that. Fires, and there's the first goal there for the Hong Kong China team, and it comes through the stick of Michelle Yu as she's just gone low to low, effectively. See here, gets up top side, goes low to low, down by the right-hand foot.
Yeah, I think Liv may have even been blocked there
Yeah.
from the view because there was a couple of players on the
Looks a bit
crease.
screenish, didn't it? And Hong Kong China.
Great work by Michelle Yu to drive the cage and let that go a little early, which was nice to see.
So they get their first one on the board. That's exactly how they would have wanted to start at the second half after not scoring a goal in the first half. So let's see if that gives them a little bit of momentum. And Australia making a couple of mistakes down here. Initially, the pass from Mim Suarez-Jury missed Nellie Mollison, and then vice versa, the pick which turned it over to create that and held down the other end.
I think a lot of those on-ball picks they're calling as blind picks, not necessarily moving.
Moving, okay. So ball into the centre.
We've seen that a little bit with the picks and including the off-ball picks. You've got to give them the opportunity to see you.
Yep. Unlike
So
the
it's
men's
been
game where
consistent.
they just blind pick you. And fair enough because you're not wearing gear and you're running into an object. That's a great pass
That's a great
inside. And a great save. Mollison picks it up off the toes though. And Daniela Mollison fires that one into the back of the cage. A quick reply for Australia.
Really quick reply. Great feed by Georgia Latch. Put it right in front of Taylor Mangan on a nice cut, and then that was spectacular from Nelly just picking up that rebound.
And a good save, we must say, by Tan Lu off that shot from Mangan.
Mangan. It was great work from Taylor there and an exceptional feed from Georgia.
Well, it had to be a good save, didn't it? From that distance and that, but popped up fortuitously, and I'm sure Mollison won't mind those when they come your way, because there's days when they don't.
Exactly. So you've got to make the most of your opportunities, which is exactly what the Aussies are doing here.
So back into the centre draw we go, and Parker deemed to be illegal there. So Steffi Z picks the ball up, and she'll bring it into offence for Hong Kong China. Fires the ball out there to Yu, Vanessa Yu, looking to get around her defender, and gets one right across the midriff. Can't do that one.
Yeah, just wasn't going to let her have a run in, so...
And more than that, you can't do that right in front of the official.
Was well done by Jess, though. She sent her back outside the 15, so it's probably a good option.
So looks inside, fires. Good save there from Antilov. And that's the one you want to...
She'll be relieved
She'll
to
be
have that
relieved
one.
to have that one. And here we go, Mangan. She just uses her pace. Jade Mangan. We saw her do this in the under-20 tournament. She went coast to coast and scored as a defender in one of the championship games over there. Mollison. Looks down, finds Hiron. I was going to say she didn't see that defender coming on behind her. So she's glad she got rid of that. Latch. Cross, sorry. No, Latch. Yep, Latch. Good save up top. I saw the flowing long dark hair, and definitely Latch. So
Nice save, though.
good save. Ball looks inside. Mrs. Morrison off. Fortuitously there is Parker. Mollison. Ball up the top to Parker. Parker looks inside, comes down on the left. She'll roll back. She loves this. Rolls back and shuts it down. Looks on the bottom. Mollison, oh, little BTB. Gotta love that. The keeper was on the money, though, and we're going to have a card here, are we? I believe so. And the card is going on.
Nellie Mollison.
Is it on Nellie Mollison? So Australia. Yep, Nellie's got to sit down in the box. There we go. So, well, Nellie Mollison getting a card for, must have been after that shot, I would suggest. Good little BTB, though.
It was a great putt feed from Ashton.
Yep, and a great save from the keeper again.
So some really good lacrosse out there.
Fires it up to Wang. She looks up. She looks for someone who can help her. Oh, that's going to be another card here. And that's going to go on Latch, I think. And they've been consistent with it.
They have been consistent with that call. If it's a swipe, it doesn't have to connect to be a foul.
And it's those ones that come really high and they almost hit you in the toe that they're picking up. So
Don't mind as long as they're consistent with those.
So Australia will be 2 defenders down. So there will be in a 4 zone. So a huge opportunity here for Hong Kong China. Ball fed over and fed back in. And going to be have to come back. So Sarah Cheng looks inside, finds Wang finds the back of the net, top stick side high, and 2 men down.
2 players down, that's tough.
It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, there was a lot of space there.
And looked inside and just didn't get there quick enough. And Hong Kong China get that one from Michelle Yu.
Made the most of their opportunities there. And a really nice finish on that free shot.
Yeah, you're getting space at about 6 metres right in front of the cage, and there's no defender coming to you.
Yeah.
Put the keeper under a massive amount of pressure as Hong Kong China, and I'm sure Australia will talk about that. They'll talk about these penalties because they have had now, that's what, 4 penalties, 5 penalties in the game?
I think Stacey Morling there's just checking the time left on both those penalties.
Yep. And so Morling, we've just seen, looking at what Levantilov's doing there. She's just come off to the bench, just grabbing something. And Antilov is, yep. That's right. I was just wondering what Liv was doing then. Obviously grabbing something. So, or putting something away.
Just making sure goalie wasn't injured and
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I'm thinking, hang on. So,
still 2 players down.
still 2 players down, and they're probably still about a minute 20 down, I would suggest. And the Daphne Lee comes out for Hong Kong China up against Parker in the centre draw.
So we'll need to come away with this one. Maintain possession for a while and run those penalties down a little would be nice for the Aussies.
So,
But we can see Hong Kong China to put some pressure on.
so ball to be won. Ball is on the deck. And Wang has the ball. She's got Mim Suarez Jury who picks the ball up, and she gets very well done on that sideline under immense pressure from the Hong Kong Chinese defender. And she doesn't see the other player coming on, and luckily
For Sarah Smith there, she
Sarah
was able to
Smith,
turn
she
back in
turned
time.
back in the right way. So,
The Aussies going to have to absorb some pressure here, I think.
well, they're going to send some doubles here. And there's a push. So that somewhat helps. But sometimes it doesn't, because it sets the player behind you or, you know, very close to you. And now they can have 3. She's had to go the other side. So,
Gives them an opportunity to reset as well. And
they've sent 3 players, have they? As we see a substitution happen here. So,
the Aussies got to work hard to give.
so the Aussies were subbing. I was wondering why they only had, even though they had, so 1 penalty released.
Good work by Sarah to give Liv some support there.
And Sarah Smith will look down, or making Taylor stretch there. So player on, looks in, and great work there from Parker. But there was a player coming on from the bench who was wide
Shannon Mitchell
open.
just came running on from the bench there and was open, but really good finish there from Liv.
And
Nice feed from Taylor Mangan from behind.
Australia getting another one. So, yeah, Shannon Mitchell, she must have been thinking, no one's seen me, here I come. And Liv went, oh, sorry, Shannon, put this one in the back of the net.
See her eyes lit up from here.
Yeah, you can indeed. So, 11-2 is the scoreline here.
Some great work from the Aussies behind the goal there just to absorb some pressure and wind that penalty down.
And you need to do that in these tournaments. It's a build-up, isn't it? In any tournament, you've got to build yourself into the tournament. And ball gets a perfect centre draw and comes out to Morrison.
Great placement from Ashton there and great take from Jess.
So as the extra defender comes on for Hong Kong, not sure about the subbing when there's a transition down there. Steps inside, good step inside, and ball gets flicked out. Great work
Great
there
work,
from
Shannon Mitchell. Followed up her shot and hustled that out of the cage, out of the circle.
She did indeed. And Beck Lane with the ball. Looks to kick it up there to Gilbert. Gilbert looks to run down. Oh, looks inside. Lane fires. Top shelf, but well saved there from the keeper. Stick side high. Tan Lu. As she will look to find an outlet here. She's been wanting to find that outlet fairly quickly too, as the Hong Kong China keeper, and does. Good presentation up, as that one though comes almost back to where she threw it from. So probably didn't help anyone, as the keeper gets the ball and fires it over the outer side to Kar Hee Hugh. And she wants to get back as well. That's pass is put under immense pressure, and not the and just runs straight into trouble. Had no awareness really about who was around her.
Who was behind and
But
was able to come away with it though.
Steffi Z will get them out of trouble and get the ball over down to the back corner and get a bit of a settled offence here. So Daphne Lee receives the ball there. She has Trish Liu on her right. As she just cuts through now. And under massive pressure. And a little up check, which you can't do. And free starting. No, being asked to come back. Here's Steffi Z. We've got about 3 minutes 10 to go in this third term. Flag on the play. And I think we've got a 3-second call here, have we? Potentially.
That's free space on Aaron Mitchell
Was
there.
that free space, was it? I was following the ball and didn't, so I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. It's an immediate whistle on that free space call. So,
So opportunity here for Trish Liu. Looks down the bottom, and we're going to have another free space call, are we? No, might have been an error in whistle there.
I think so. 'Cause they've just pulled that out. No one took a penalty. So
Come off a red stick there, and that's going to be a pre-check there by Quas. And will be brought in by Sarah Chang. No, swaps it over there to Lonzetto. And Lonzetto looks to come backwards. Finds her teammate. In Elke Owl. Elke pushes the ball over and at pace. Love to see a bit of pace. Leona Chack. And she says, well, I'm going to get it down to the offensive end because that's where we can score. But that outlet nearly picked off there by the Australian player.
great work from Chelsea Gilbert there. Just putting some pressure on, not allowing that easy relief pass. Just not able to keep it in at the end, but some great pressure.
I like the work there from Leona Chack, who did really clear that ball well. I'm not sure about the pass with that long pass after
did a
getting
lot
it
of
down
the
there.
hard work and then just
But luckily,
retain the ball.
it looks inside. Good pressure there, but that was going to be a push, I'd say. Just as she went to get it, just turned and
unlucky from Hannah Goff there, but a great slide.
affectionately known by me as the PM.
That's taken me back a few
Yeah,
years.
isn't it? So
From our interviews pre-college.
exactly. So and used to do a bit of commentary with us in once upon a time, Hannah. So good knockdown. And Hiron. She doesn't ever give up, does she?
Tenacious.
So ball comes up there to Steph Z. She gets put under pressure straight away as well. And that ball is just about to run out of bounds. It does.
Great work by Hannah there, just putting some pressure on and forcing that turnover.
So Hannah Goff, sometimes you don't have to do the work with the ball. Oh, that's...
Well backed up by Shannon.
Yep, that's good. And that will see us out at three-quarter time. It is an 11-2 game here as Australia and Hong Kong, China come to their respective benches. And they have one more 15-minute quarter to go as we have Peter Greenhow come in the box with all the stats that matter. And how do we see the third term there, Pete?
Well, that was a bit different, wasn't it, Tony? Yeah, bit more even. 2 goals apiece. 1 goal to Mollison. Crumbs after a save by Tan Liu and Olivia Parker with a goal too. Michelle Yu with a goal and Maya Wang with a goal in that quarter as well.
Yep, a couple of good goals there by both teams.
Now, speaking of Tan Liu, 5 saves that quarter.
Yep.
Yeah, she's done really well that quarter, really stepped up, and that quarter could have been a lot different if it wasn't for her. What else have I got for you, Tony? Another couple of yellow cards for the Aussies. Now, my question to you, Tony,
Yep.
you're an experienced man around the traps here. Is there a demerit system at this level?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
so the Aussies are going to have to be a bit wary of that.
Yep, we've been speaking about that, Pete. And it's,
We saw a yellow-red this morning in one of the
Ah.
games. So
and, yeah, so I believe well, we would have to clarify in these, but normally there's 8 points. And a yellow will carry 2, a red carries 4, I believe, or 5. A yellow-red carries 4. So, yeah, we'll get these confirmed. But, yeah, there definitely is penalties for that. And if you get to that 8-point mark, you miss the next game. So, early penalties, no good.
No, that's right. Particularly in these games that may not matter. Just a final stat for you, Tony, as the players come out. 7 goal scorers for the Aussies, so they will be very happy with that.
Yep, absolutely. Sharing the
sharing
ball
the
around.
love around. Yep.
And the great man, Peter Greenhouse, all over the stats that matter. And it's going to be great to have him here for the rest of the week doing all of that, Michelle, so we can just...
Relax and enjoy.
I mean, you know, Scotty does this, he does that, and we just talk about what's going on in front of us.
Yeah, I think Hong Kong, China adapted their defence. There wasn't as many free space calls in that quarter, so
It is, and they've
adjusted.
changed their keeper again. Talking about adjusting, they've brought back Sally Yu, who played the first quarter when the Aussies were rampant. So opportunity here as the ball heads down into the offensive end, picked up. Good pick up there, great from Smith, and fires the ball out this outer side here to Shannon Mitchell. Shannon Mitchell has some pace, doesn't she?
great work there by Shannon, just supporting Sarah Smith there and then taking the ball hard behind.
So Mim Suarez Jury looks inside, finds Latch now. Latch with probably the quickest goal shot of the tournament so far tonight.
Yeah, she'll make the highlights reel on that one.
Good look inside, just missing Parker. Ball to be won though. There's a scrap on and the extracted out of there again. Loved the pace. She is Leona Chack has found some immense pace. So just flowing the ball down. Oh, there we go. That's a turnover, and that's unfortunate. And got to be careful when you are trying to get there. I know that slipped out of her hands, but you can't throw your stick at the ball. So especially in different competitions, as she picks it up, just loses the hand of the ball. But she's
Yeah, she certainly let that go with
she's throwing the
some
stick
vigour.
at the ball. So certainly not something that is widely condoned.
Great work from Theo there, just putting enough pressure on to force the bad pass and then a bit of a fumble and difficult one there for Hong Kong, China. But
Well, you saw the keeper there and you just push it under, which was the right correct play, but just bobbled on Jack, and she, as soon as she was there, she was in trouble, and as soon as she missed that ball with the goalie out, it came back with interest, so to speak, just like when you put money in the bank. So, ball into the centre. Parker up against Hugh. And Hugh
great draw.
loses the ball after a good chase down there by Parker with a check. Got Mangan this side, just working her way down. Kirchheimer just goes through one, goes through two, through three, and heads there, and then she'll head back to the defensive end. She goes, okay, attackers, you do what you got to do.
Done my job.
Oh, good inside. Great quick stick there from Parker. What a good look there from Latch. And Parker gets another one on the board. Great play here on the replay. Love to see these quick sticks. Oh,
Great
just
work from Olivia there, just getting inside her
Yeah.
defender.
nothing better than goalies can't set for that. They turn, you get the ball. By the time they turn and look, and those quick sticks are popping in the back of the net. And Parker with a couple on the evening now, but Still got to put the ball in the right place, and that's an assisted goal, and we love assisted goals.
Absolutely. Not enough pressure on that feed. Georgia Latch really had all the time in the world to make sure that there was a precision pass and beautifully executed. Cut and finish from Olivia Parker.
And ball back into the centre for a restart. Hugh up against Parker. Parker looks to pick it up, and that will go the way of Olivia Parker. And someone's going to have to step out here. Always happens. It always happens. You know, they want a quick start, and then no, because they run on. It's I'm sure it's a play. I'm sure it's in the coaching manual. Ball up the top here.
It's
Suarez
a tool you
Jury.
may need to pull out occasionally.
Yeah. And coming from the men's game, there's no, you just keep walking wherever you want. Oh, great look over. That's a fantastic shot again there from Georgia Latch. And she is lighting up the night sky here. There's flames coming off these balls. But what a pass across the front here. Look at that. Through 2 sticks. Defence is all sloughed on that left-hand side.
Great job from Sarah Smith there. Just able to thread the needle there. Found Georgia Latch. Knew exactly where she was going to be. And the Hong Kong China defence really didn't put enough pressure on.
Not at all. So Australia with another one. And a bit like they started the first quarter. Just starting to get a little bit more ascendancy now as the game enters its last 10 minutes. And the ball being reset for this centre draw. Parker in there, up against Wang. And a whistle for offside there, or breaking before there was a possession call on the play. Vanessa Yu has the ball. Looking for somebody, anyone, but Hong Kong, China are subbing. So fires, and that's come off the tip of a stick, and that's going to turn over again. Another unforced, or that was probably a little bit forced.
A little bit
that
forced.
error.
Great double team there from Erin and Shannon Mitchell in the middle there.
And the substitutions here, that really is what got them then. They all just ran to the bench.
No support pass at all, so.
And Australia bring the ball back in, down here through Shannon Mitchell. Shannon Mitchell kicks it up. Oh, you can't give her that much space. Good saving down on the feet. Ball. Oh, there's a collision down there from an Australian player, but Nellie Mollison gets up and just dusts off as the keeper there, and Sally Yu has the ball in her stick. She does look for these quick outlets, and that's a good outlet again there to find Maya Wang. Maya Wang pushes the ball forward. She finds Kari Lam.
Great pick up on the half volley there.
And Hong Kong, China. Through the stick there of Michelle Wu. She just holds it out as they start to try and set an offense here and just try and slow this down a little bit, this game. Ball fired over there to Z. Looks inside. Ball to be won. Australia get the ball to the ground and need to pick it up. Does. Great pick up there. Hanigoff. And she wants it back. She says, I'm still running. Come on, give it to me, Liv. But Liv now says, you know, you got more space now.
Yeah, well held up.
PM, you can...
Just settled it down a bit.
Here's Mitchell. The ball over and down to Mollison. Mollison fires down the back quickly to Mangan. Ball back up the top to Parker. Suarez Jury. As I said, Suarez Jury was everywhere early. Just probably hasn't seen as much game time from that sort of half time. Probably, you know, coaches just starting to run a few more players through. But she would have won, for me, MVP by about a country mile after that first half she had.
She was doing a lot of work in transition, just carrying the ball, wasn't she? Great work at the centre possessions as well. So
And we're going to have a whistle here. Right, it's coming down the back. Okay. Let's go for a trip. Let's go for a ride. Let's come down here.
back to the dot.
Yes. So Mollison, she will try and take an advantage here if she has an opportunity. So ball kicks over here to Mangan. Oh, great inside step. Good save though. Just put it on the chest and no.
They've called that in the crease, so.
Okay, even though it was a great save. Let them play. So ball coming down the outer side here. Hugh takes the ball down in the bottom right-hand corner. Just running through X, and we've got a whistle here. And we're going to have a 1, 2, 3 turnover. Okay. Maybe there was maybe too many on then.
I think that was an illegal substitution.
Yeah, I
there.
think it was a legal substitution, which is why that turnover happened. And needs to get out of the crease there. As there's Anselov, but good outlet there from Anselov. Finds Gilbert, and look at the pace coming on her side there by Suarez Jury. Suarez Jury fires, and that had some, just something a little extra on it. That did, didn't it? She's come from the defensive end.
She had some pace and put that away with the more pace. So,
She said that almost felt like it had a little bit of meaning to it. That one, she wasn't going to let that.
She was not going to miss that one.
No. And
we just mentioned her name, and there she is again. So
Mim
great work
Suarez
through the transition.
Jury, as we have a timeout called here, and I reckon that might be Australia calling that timeout, is it?
Yeah, okay, sweet.
Or does Hong Kong China? I mean,
I didn't see that one, so
well, I'm starting to
no
think
help.
maybe. Well, the coach, the Hong Kong China coach, is very animated down there about the girls and trying to talk. But yeah, the rest of the group's not in there. I would have thought that that timeout would have happened. So, not sure where that timeout, who that was called on, but there is a timeout. That's all we need to know. It is. And about 4.5 minutes, give or take, to go.
Another quick quarter.
Yeah, things go very quickly, although, you know, we did get here at 8 a.m. this morning.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. Welcome to Commentary 101, Michelle Davies. You know, we don't just ease you in lightly here at the Australian Lacrosse Network.
Well, I can hear a lot of people saying, oh, don't worry, she likes to talk.
No, well, I
so.
do, and that would be your husband as well, probably, going, glad she's up there because she's not yelling at the television. So, and it's great to have you on board with your experience. Always
It's fantastic to be here. This is a great facility. Under lights.
Oh.
We've had a great day, 27 degrees and a fantastic day of lacrosse this morning, and then now into the night games.
It is indeed, and it's a fantastic, fantastic place to live by the look of it up here. Anytime I can wear shorts every day of the year, sounds like a perfect place for me to live. Ball to be won on the ground. Good pick up there. Ashton Hiron. She's got 3 on her, but doesn't matter as she kicks it down to Lane. Lane fires it down to Mollison. Oh, Ashton Hiron by herself cutting through the crease. Not there. Lane fires the ball over to Morrison, I should say. And Jess Morrison just clearing space. Morrison gets past, looks inside. Good in. Great pick up there. Oh, it's great one-handed
Great second
pick up.
effort from Ashton there.
Did not give that up at all, did she? And ball fires out here to Jess Morrison. Morrison looks to go again. Oh, Grass Monster got the Hong Kong China player and just pulled her down. You got to watch them in slow motion to see them.
I was watching the split dodge. It was a great effort from Jess. Nice change of direction, change of pace.
Was. And, idea was actually right there from Nellie Mollison.
Nellie might have
saw
got one there.
And she saw Mangan and Lane. Looks to come down, goes right, left. Oh, passes it over. Plenty of space there for Morrison. Morrison just waits for her to come inside. Fires again, and Jess Morrison gets her third, I reckon, of the night. And another good possession. Love the little tuck here when she gets the ball. Just that waits for the defender to sort of almost overcommit. And Jess Morrison gets another one on the board.
Balances back up and puts that away. Great work. And they're the usual goals that we're used to seeing from Jess.
Yeah. So her third for this evening. And we've got 2 minutes 52 left. And, well, we're starting to get into that MVP territory here, Michelle.
I'm one down.
Well, it is 2-1 today. The good thing is that we've picked all three of them between us. So, if we can only pick the 6 cross-line numbers, Lacrosse might have a stadium like this.
Yeah, we'd be up here.
Yeah. So, ball on the deck as Jade Mangan picks it up. And you watch her run if she gets an opportunity. But doesn't. Fires it down to Morrison. Morrison, has she done yet? Maybe not. And ball over to Lane. Lane will bring the ball down in, and Lane goes to attack. Kicks it down there to Mangan. Mangan cuts inside. Mangan, another roll. That's almost like a hook. As she gets almost like up and under and like a shovel.
Turn that over, though. They've called that
have they called
a barge.
No, surely not. Oh, yes, they certainly have. Well, that's not... I thought she got hooked up and thrown down then, but not to be. But I like Leona Chack, the way she comes. She is just that same thing. Very, very quick down, but sometimes those passes, and that one came off, but let her down. So opportunity here for Hong Kong China. Kicks the ball there to Sally Tang. Ball up the top, just loses the ball. And Wang with the ball. Oh, that's on the hands, and that'll be a flag. Looks inside, and that is going to be a Hong Kong China ball. And we've got a... just stopping the clock there because it's under...
2 minutes?
Oh, under a minute, is it? Oh, it's a minute, give or take. 1:19. Sorry, 1:19. And
free space on
free
Ashton.
Free space on Ashton. So Ashton having to come out. We see Michelle Yu with the ball. Limited time left, looks inside. Looks for the free space again. Picked off there by Hiron. She was just waiting where she needed to be. Quass. Have Australia got another one in them here as Quass picks the ball up. Oh, look at the pace here. Good run there from Quass. She wants someone to come to her. She needs to offload that. Ball picked up. Mangan looks inside. Parker, great pass over. Tink, tink, tink off the bar it goes. And Quass with it again. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Comes up to Morrison. Jess Morrison. Oh, if she moves the ball quickly there, she would have... but Quass steps in, pops. And that's also tink, tink, tink off the bar. So just looks up, fires, and that one's gone up and over, and it's going to be in the crease call. And with 15 seconds left on the clock, I think they're going to stop the clock. So we've got a 9-second stop clock. By the time, probably wiped about 6 seconds off that one. And Hong Kong China with an outlet. Look, there's an outlet there as Tracy Wong just runs up the field And Antilov, she will pick the ball up, grabs the ball, and just needs to let it go up the field if she wants to get rid of it. Limited time, and Antilov ends up with the ball in her stick. Australia run out winners 16-2 in quite a dominant affair here at Sunshine Coast Stadium. And fantastic work there from the Australians. As we have to sit here and think about an MVP. As Pete comes in. And Pete, what's your thoughts on that last quarter before we get into MVP talk? You can be in this for the MVPs.
I thought the Aussies came back out and they weren't happy with that third quarter, mate.
Yep.
And I think they came out to just say, look, we took the foot off the pedal, but this isn't how it's going to be.
Yep.
Goal scorers for the Aussies. You got Suarez Jury 2 and 1, Quaz with 3, Georgia Latch 3 and 1, Mollison 2 and 1, Morrison 3 and 1, Ashton Hiron with 1, Taylor Mangan got an assist, Olivia Parker got the 2 goals, and Rebecca Lanes, Smith and Gilbert all with 1 assist. For the Hong Kong China team, we've got Michelle Yu and Maya Wang with single goals. But yeah, look, MVP, you've got the Aussies dominating in the centre draws. Ashton Hiron, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just by herself. But then, I don't know, Georgia Latch for me is an excitement machine, and I'm an attacker, and she shoots the ball.
So you're going Latch?
I think I
You
think
might have
she's-
taken my...
I'm going Morrison.
You're going Jess Morrison?
Or Quas.
All right. Well, I'm going Ashton Hiron.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
fantastic job from Ashton.
I'm going to say...
Let's see if they're
you
going
know,
for goals,
you know how
centres.
we roll, Pete. We've always been on the MVPs. Well, currently it's 2-1 in here. We don't want to brag in the commentary today. We've picked all 3 of them,
Very good.
but I've only picked 2 of them out of the 3.
Yeah, well, you missed the first one. I did listen to that on the Australian
Oh,
Lacrosse
what?
Network.
And then you got on a plane to come up here and miss the next 2
yeah,
picks.
I did. Hey, just while we're waiting
Yep.
on that, Sally Yu came back and played that last quarter in the cage for Hong Kong. 5 saves.
Yeah, very
So,
good.
Yeah, she really stepped up that last quarter.
Yeah, we said they made that change in the 4th, and again, she was under pressure in the first because the Aussies came out and went, we're going to just show you what we're here for. And she was under a lot of pressure, but came back with some really big saves there. As the gifts have just been exchanged by the 2 teams. As the lights just pick up these uniforms, both the Hong Kong China uniforms and Australia uniforms are just shining bright out there, aren't they?
They look great. Very clear for the
It
commentators
is.
to read the numbers, so that's handy. But yeah, no, they look really sharp out there, and they wear them with pride too. They love being out there in their country colours.
Absolutely. And we love having a World Championship here in Australia. As I said, it's been nearly 20 years since we've had one. So very good and glad to have the APLU giving us the opportunity to host a tournament like this. And we hope there's many more to come, because the Asia Pacific seems to be the region where they're headed, as we've got in Japan for the women, and I think the men are in Japan also the following year in 27. So there's tournaments in China, and there's everything going on at the moment. So good part of the world to be in.
It is. It's super exciting. We might just cross over to the announcer.
The match from Australia, number 23, Theo Quas.
2 for 2.
There's the match ball there. Congratulations on that performance. What pleased you most about it?
I think the mateship that we played with tonight, it wasn't the prettiest game start to finish, but we continually picked each other up, worked together, and it was a team win, so it was awesome.
Key focuses for the team this week? What's the build-up been like?
Yeah, I think we've had some time together, but the key is definitely we're trying to focus on playing at an elite level, playing unified, united, playing together, doing it as a team.
China tomorrow, what are you expecting?
Yeah, we're expecting every game to be a tough one. You know, it's hot out here, we're all sweating, but I think, yeah, just another hard-fought game.
And a quick turnaround as well. You're on early tomorrow, so you've got a quick recovery.
Yeah, midday today, some protein after the game, some sleep, back at it.
We're going to do the 2 team photos. We will start with Team Australia, so we'll get that set up. So if you guys want to both go back to your benches and have a drink and get organised, we'll get that sorted out for you. Then we'll do Hong Kong, China. Then we'll have a joint team photo.
Well, there you go. Thanks to Jason Bennett, who has done a fantastic job here today on the emceeing. And as we start to wrap it up here, a couple of big thank yous. Christian Leray up on the camera upstairs, and down on field level we have Timmy Dobson, who's been doing a great job out there. He'd be pleased that the sun's not shining out there right now, although he's got a big wide-brimmed hat out there. He has. Pete Greenhouse, thank you for coming in for the last game this evening.
That was a good game to be a part of, really.
We know you're here now all week, and looking forward to you bringing us some in-depth commentary and stats as you have this evening. And so stay tuned for that as we go on. Mr. Scotty Gill, does it happen without Scotty Gill? It certainly doesn't, and he's done a fantastic job to be able to get everything up. And I know what he was experiencing this morning, but it is seamless in here when Scott Gill is in the production. So, Scotty, fantastic job, mate. Day one, and we know you've just got toys left, right and centre that you bring out as we come on, and it's an outstanding day. Michelle Davies, thank you so much. Great to have you on board in the Australian Lacrosse Network. We hope you've enjoyed your first day of commentary with the Australian Lacrosse Network.
I've had a fantastic day. It's been an amazing event so far, so looking forward to the rest of the matches.
We know you normally sit somewhere quietly to watch games, but we really do appreciate having your knowledge here on the women's game. And on behalf of myself, Tony Watts, it's been always fantastic to bring you live and free lacrosse wherever it's played in Australia, and I absolutely love being able to do this. And the only thing I'm going to say is there is another 5 days of this competition. Cannot wait to bring it to you live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network and World Lacrosse TV. On behalf of myself, Tony Watts, and the crew here, until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you tomorrow.